Suikoden hit Steam! No, actually, there's been some rumors and buzz and whatnot, and the closest I found to it is a game called Celestia Tales. But it's interesting, though, how the community who loves Suikoden got all just riled up and everything. They're psyched for it, that there's going to be a Suikoden on Steam. And for a moment there, I kind of believed it, too, because I had some friends who were into it. But this just kind of looking at the Celestia Tales and how it's in the vein of Suikoden, Lunar, and other stuff, gets me wondering why people have such this affinity for this old style of gaming. Now we could go into the argument about graphics and stuff like that, but given the architecture of games these days, everything has its own place and time, and we can get games now that look like they should have been on my NES way back in the day. Quick pop it in, there you go, right? So it's just interesting. It's just interesting to see the buzz about some of this, and it kind of gets me wondering, how popular are these old games? You can get stuff like RPG Maker and whatnot that'll make comparable to old SNES Final Fantasy games, but now you're doing it now. And given that now the presentations where we can get full motion videos, we can get our games to the point where you can't tell the difference between cutscene and rendered in-game rendering. That's pretty awesome, man. So why do people keep going back to the old stuff? Now, I would propose, and it's not like the difference between watching a movie and reading a book, because those hit different parts of the brain. But I would suspect that there's an older style. I mean, we're used to having the stories told to us and everything, and sometimes people just don't get the lines right. It's not that it was poorly acted, but sometimes what was conveyed there doesn't leap off the pages. Whereas when you're sitting there and you have the coming up and it's telling you what's going on, sometimes that actually the voices in your head, as long as you're not crazy, for the characters, when you're voicing them as you're reading it, actually changes your perception, your understanding of what's going on in a way that allows you to enjoy the story more. And so, as such, since that's hitting different parts of your brain, it would seem to me that people enjoy that because it's a different style of telling. Also, games back then were a little slower paced, a little simpler. You actually took your time to enjoy these games. Modern games seem like they press you through quick as you're going through whatever it is story-wise and whatnot. And so that would be my thoughts on it. Just basically from what I've observed and a few things I've read here and there. But I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. Why do you think people want to go back, in some cases, to those older RPG, SNES, Sega CD era, even early Sega Saturn style RPGs? Why do you think? Do you prefer them? Comments below, and we look forward to talking to you next time, next update. Thanks for watching.